Yo, back again. Some Ranbats. I played 2 games last night, and I won both of them. So I'm at 15, 15 here. Let me move this up a little bit. You can see it a little better. I felt like it was annoying. There we go. I think that looks good to me. All right. So into the game, I'm one game, should be 1 game away from 1600, which is pretty cool, pretty cool. They may have, I think Mystical Fire is a move they could have. They have a lot of moves that could do some pretty decent damage to me here. And I don't have too much to do in return. I mean, I could Horn Leech to check. I don't have a great switch. Maybe Didin is actually an alright switch in, and I'm gonna go for it. I want to nuzzle this. Okay. I'll go for a nuzzle. I've got the Cheek Pouch Citrus Berry, so it's basically free for the most part. I shouldn't die. I'm very close to dying to a Terra. I should be able to live a Shadow Ball, I believe. Yeah, I shouldn't die to a Terra Dazzling Gleam. Given that it's Terra Fairy. Yeah, 59 should be the max, so I should be able to get a nuzzle off. I should be able to go back up to at least 75% HP with the Citrus Berry Cheek Pouch. Yeah, getting this nuzzle off is great. Oh, that healed less than I thought it did. I thought it healed more. Okay, from here... do I want to go Sawsbuck? I don't really want to go into Urshifu because there's really no reason to risk that. No real reason to risk that. I'm okay with risking Bombardier, I think. So, because I shouldn't die. Yeah, so I am going to take a lot of damage that maybe I shouldn't have taken, but I will at least knock this out. And I have Roost. So that's good at least. I have revealed quite a bit of my team for what that's worth. Okay. I think Tinkaton is just a strong switch into this no matter what. Okay. So I think I want to go ahead and knock off the switch in. Whatever the switch in is, I want to knock it off. Surely this has body press in the move pool? Or no? Does it not? It doesn't. I thought for sure this would have body press in the move pool, but I guess not. Yeah, and my only special attacker is Didin, so I think I have to go Sawsbuck. I guess I'm just gonna hope that they don't roar. Okay. That shouldn't kill. Yeah. And then I'm going to be able to get a high horsepower off, which is going to do a lot of damage. And I got their Terra. So I basically killed Mudsail and got their Terra for Sawsbuck's life, which I think is worth. I think I will go... Surely this is not protect. I'm going to go into Didin, U-turn out, and to my Tinkaton and get the leftovers. Just because I know, based on what they have, I know that the Weavile cannot come in. So you have to reveal another Pokemon to me, at least. Okay. Now, I don't want to take a lot of damage with this Tinkaton because it's how I'm dealing with the Weavile, and I don't want to get swept by a Weavile. And going to the den could be a good way to kind of find out what this is. Because I don't really love the idea of hard switching into the Heracross. I definitely could. I definitely could do that though. But I'm not one-shotting. I think I'm happier to go to den here. Okay. And they take Life Orb damage, which is nice. Taking that Life Orb damage does put them in range of my Heracross. So I'm going to go for the U-turn. Because I am slower than them, I'm going to go for the U-turn. Yeah. So then I can just go freely into Heracross. And close combat is a KO. So that's what I'm going for. Yeah. Get a Moxie boost. Arceus Water. Now I can deal 75% of their health. In return, I get burnt. And I don't know that I want that. I want to try and paralyze them. Okay, they went for that. Was just, I think that was a little silly on their part. Very surprised that they went for that. Alright, so I'm just gonna go into the Urshifu and start Wicked Blowing. Yeah, they're gonna Will-O-Wisp me, probably, but I can Sword Stance up. I can't Sword Stance up. Yeah, I get a little damage off. It was such an incorrect play to go for that Judgment on the Heracross. I'm very surprised that's what happened. I could hope that the last Pokemon... Yeah. So I'm gonna hope that the last Pokemon can be beaten by Heracross. That's the plan I'm gonna go for. And hopefully I can get enough damage. I would ideally get this under 50% here. Ideally. Okay, this player just doesn't... Like, this player just simply does not know really what they're doing. Okay, so I'm gonna close combat. Crit. Okay. I still get the kill. I should have just gone from this from the beginning, but I thought it would be free. There was just too much risk involved, I guess, and I had nothing to deal with it, and I didn't really think about that, right? Am I still gonna win this game? Okay, I mean, that doesn't feel good to win. That doesn't feel good to win, but we won, and we're gonna have to tighten up. I'm definitely gonna have to tighten up. That was a very bad play by me. There was too much risk involved going for that prediction. And yeah, I mean, I know I said a lot about what I think they should have done, but to be honest, I don't think I thought through the play where they don't do the most optimal play, at least in my eyes, what I think would be the most optimal play. So at the end of the day, the fault belongs to me, right? So. This could do a lot of things. Flamethrower and knockoff are at the top of the list. And I think Arcanine might be the best switch in for all of that. Okay, so there is Earthquake possibility. We are speed tying. This could also have like a lot of different moves in its move pool. It seems like this is a big enough problem for me to warrant a Flare Blitz. Okay, so that looks to be okay for me. Not too bad. This is another large problem for me. But I do have Decidueye that is 100% faster. Yeah, and I can roost off that damage if I so desire. I think the first one I will go for that roost. Well, I do want. I would like to go for triple arrows. I would like to go for it. But I just don't have enough information, I think. Yeah, and so it really wouldn't have mattered if I tripled arrows there. Okay, this could just have too many moves for me to even try to think about it. I want to go into my Flareon, I think. But I also don't want to waste my Flareon quite yet. Because it seems like it could do a lot of work by the end of this game. I don't want to switch Scissor into a Flamethrower, though. It'd be nice to go into Arcanine. But if I get Sludge Bombed, it's bad. Maybe I'll risk Scissor here. Okay. So that happened to work out for me. I wish I had U-turn. So the next move coming out would be Flamethrower if they had it. It's either Flamethrower Switch or Thunder Wave, maybe Toxic Spikes as well. I think I'm okay with knocking this off. Okay. Do they have that Flamethrower? Okay, they have that Fire Blast, yeah. Okay, so we got rid of the AV, so this is going to be a little bit less of a problem going forward. Can Gardevoir knock them out from there? Yeah, so Gardevoir can knock them out from here. We'll find out if they have a Dark type here, or if my Psychics are free or not, basically. Okay. There's Ditto. Their best move to click into me should be Moonblast. Either way, Jirachi should be the correct play. Alright. I want to put my Stealth Rocks up. Okay. This could definitely have Earthquake. This could definitely have Earthquake. I don't have particularly good switch-ins here. I also don't have a, I don't have a great way to deal with a Ditto copying my Trailblaze boost. Okay, I need to... Oh, it's faster than me. I didn't actually notice that. Okay. I'll go to Decidueye. I'm running out of time and I didn't realize. Didn't really realize. I should have just stayed in on the first turn. Apparently that does nothing. Okay. Ditto comes in. I think I can roost on Ditto. Yeah, and find out what they do. I'm okay to go into Gardevoir from there. And they didn't switch into a dark type, so I'm going to assume that they don't have one. Maybe that's incorrect, but I am still going for the psychic move until they show me they don't have one. Okay, they don't have a dark type. Dunsparce will die because I got that Spadef drop. And because I got those rocks up. The rocks up are very important for that. Doggett, okay. Okay. So we're looking good. My Arcanine is looking... Arcanine is good into Ditto. Which I have a few counters for. Jirachi could be good against Claws. Not really. It's good against Slowking. Kind of. And good against Dunsparce. I think I'm okay with with losing the Jirachi. Just because I think... Yeah, Iron Head is doing like quite a bit to Decidueye. Okay. Oh, maybe he thought we were out of specs. I will just go for a Drain Punch. Yeah, I'll just go for a Drain Punch while I think about... Yeah, that's fine. I'm going to Decidueye from there. And I will be clicking triple arrows. Because yeah. Okay, I really needed to not flinch there. Really needed that. I'm terrestrializing. Yeah. You're gonna have to flinch me again, or... Yeah, okay. So, unfortunately, I had to Terra there. I didn't want to. But I got the flinch, and I really needed that to go down. This is interesting because I could just go into my Gardevoir right away. I could just go into my Gardevoir right away. Right. But I'll go into Arcanine thinking that they're gonna Leaf Blade here. Yeah. I'll be able to get a Morning Sun off. Morning Sun is an okay play for me, I think. Do I want to double to Decidueye? I don't. Now I'm thinking about doubling to Decidueye. Yeah, I'm going to double to Decidueye now. Okay. And I can Leaf Blade because they have the Aura Sphere. Sorry, excuse me. They have the Aura Sphere. So they could kill me. I'm going to go for the Leaf Blade. Cool. Cool. We're having to make some somewhat unnecessary plays to win this game because of how it has gone, but it's okay. Do I want to risk Gardevoir once if they go Ditto? I think I will die to a crit, but honestly, I don't know that it matters. Okay. They keep leaving. That's okay. I've taken a long time with this game. I've been thinking quite a bit during this game, so I don't mind. Yeah. Okay, so we're back. They sent out Ditto. I was questioning before if I should go into my Gardevoir once, and I think I'm okay with it. I'll go once. Yeah, I was able to get that correct. Psychic is just free. I get a free kill with this Psychic. Thank you. Gosh, we've gotten quite unfortunate this game, but I think we made good enough plays to come back. Some just good enough plays to come back. I don't want to do anything but just Psychic this thing, I believe. I'm totally fine with this. Yeah. Okay. I'll pause again. Alright, so we got that win. That felt pretty good. I'll say that felt pretty good. It always hurts to get, you know, packs pretty hard like that. Alright, so this is our first, like, fairly high rated opponent. I expect that they would go for a Surging Strikes. That just makes sense to me. Okay, they went for the U-turn. Fair enough. I'll get some HP back for this, and I get to see their initial switch into Rillaboom, which is going to be nice. Rillaboom being a, you know, fairly powerful Pokemon here. Maybe not, I mean, I don't know what their team is. Maybe it's not good into their team, but just in general, having a strong priority in grassy terrain on my team is pretty good. Okay. So this comes out. I have the Samurott, which I think is totally fine to go into. Are they gonna, like, hard predict me with a CC? I don't know. Is Gouging Fire better? Is Gouging Fire better? I feel that actually the answer to that is no. Yeah, I feel that the answer to that is no. That is not a Calyrex. I will not be fooled again. Alright, so I'm going for Sucker Punch. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I shouldn't have done that knowing it could be either one. That was silly. That was just a silly maneuver. So I do know that they have a Calyrex, at least. I do know that. I'm going to Berserker. And I'll set my rocks up. Knowing that I have that Calyrex getting at least 25% with the rocks is pretty good. They seem to be choiced with the Zoroark. Should be specs on the Zoroark. Pincurchin comes out. I'm kind of feeling a Rillaboom switch. I feel like Rillaboom's pretty fine to go into here. Yeah, like they're gonna get their spikes up, but you know, fine. I also get a Swords Dance off. They're gonna have to have a better switch into me than Zoroark. Unlucky. Not our day, it seems. Not our day. I'll go for another Swords Dance. And I should be able to kill them from here. I don't think this thing has very high HP, so I might be able to live the recoil. But I'm not exactly sure. I think I have about an 80% chance to knock this out. And we live. Oh, we don't. Oh, I forget that I'm life orb. Okay, yeah. Okay. We could Terra Ghost on Driftblim against the Calyrex, which is like pretty strong. The problem mostly is the Urshifu coming out, right? If the Urshifu comes out... Okay, so I think I really do need to go Driftblim. Okay, so now Pointed Stone's dug into the... Yeah, that's definitely Zoroark. Wait, no, that's not Zoroark. I lied. Wait, is it? Yeah, no, that's Zoroark. I don't know what. I'm tripping. Super tripping. Yeah. So Zoroark is just faster than my entire team, to be honest. Does my whole team die to Zoroark? Dark Pulse. Medicham lives at least. Medicham at least lives this. And this entire game really changed. Basically, the 2 points between Medicham and Urshifu really decided this game on the first turn. Being fooled by the Zoroark also. I fully misplayed onto the Zoroark. Yeah, honestly, I totally forgot that regular Zoroark. I was thinking about Hisuian Zoroark when I sucker punched, obviously. Just a huge misplay. Huge misplay. Still winnable though. Still, I mean, this is winnable. Now that the Zoroark is gone, I kind of hope that my Driftblim is able to do some good damage. 187, so I'm also not faster than this with Driftblim. I think I need to sack this Medicham, unfortunately. And I will go into my Driftblim. My Driftblim does not knock this out. Yeah, so I am able to live this. However, they're going to crit me through. Yeah, they're going to crit me through. Unfortunately, I think I probably should have done damage to them rather than that. All right, we try and Dragon Dance up. And we still can't kill, so. Oh. Okay, yeah, we weren't able to kill anything. Unlucky. Yeah, I don't think I played that perfect. My team wasn't great either, but, you know, every game's winnable. Every game is winnable. This Poltergeist should do a lot of damage. And that's what I'm going for here. Yeah. Okay, immediate para is something. Like I was saying, it just seems to not be my day here, but it's all good. It'll get paid back eventually. At some other time, it'll get paid back. Dusknoir, one of the coolest looking Pokemon to me, and I think that is highly influenced by Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. I think the Dusknoir in that game is so cool. I really don't want this to be a Dragon Dance set. This being a Dragon Dance set is like horrid. Really, really bad. Can I just go Lucario? I think I can't just go Lucario. Yeah, so he is Dragon Dance. Maybe going Floatzel is better, but I really didn't want to take a knockoff. Really did not want to take a knockoff. I'm just going to go back into Dusknoir as a sack. Okay. I will get to Shadow Sneak them here. Okay, and they Dragon Danced again. I really could have Poltergeisted them there. Okay, so I need a Pokemon to live a knockoff. Indeedee Terra Fairy. Indeedee Terra Fairy can at least live knockoff. I force Stone Edge. Yeah, I force them to either miss the KO with knockoff or go for Stone Edge. Those are their two choices. And Stone Edge having a chance to miss is great. Yeah. Not what happened. That is not what happened. And I don't have Aqua Jet for, I mean, whatever reason on this. Okay. I'm really mad that I lived that. Actually, I'm like extremely upset that I managed to live that somehow. All right. I have an opportunity to knock them out. Okay, no. Close combat knocks them out all of the time. I was looking at Stone Edge. Yeah. This close combat will knock them out every time. And we'll be good to go. Yeah. Cool. Okay. I guess I should have Stone Edge. I don't know. I will go into Morpeko. Because I can rapid spin these rocks away. Or, sorry, the sticky web. I will rapid spin the sticky web away. Okay. 147, and the Cricketon's faster. That is fine. I'll just go on to Staraptor. Is this like banded? Why is it doing so much damage? I'm gonna U-turn out. Okay. Am I okay with forcing a Terra with Terrakion here? Yeah. I'll go Terrakion and force a Terra if that's what they want to do. I'm still gonna do a lot of damage to them regardless of the Terra, so okay. I really don't want to risk this roll. Yeah, that was a max roll. I don't want to risk that. They could easily go for Earthquake or Thunder Wave. I'll go Morpeko. Okay. Alright, so I will just go for the Aura Wheel here. They can knock me out if they want, yeah. And then I'll go Staraptor and U-turn. Going for a Flame Body, I see. From here. Do I want to go to Lugia? I don't think I want to go into Lugia because that King Gambit has not Terra'd yet. How much damage is this Hadron Engine boosted Electro Drift doing? Really not that much, to be honest. Snorlax is probably not taking very much damage. Yeah, I'll go into Snorlax, actually. How frequently they... Yeah, they may or may not have Focus Blast, and they may or may not go for it. I'm going to go for a Curse to start. I'm going to start with a curse. If they... I really don't want to let them get Sticky Web up, actually. Okay, I'll start with the Body Slam. I'm really... I'm averse to the idea that they can get up their Sticky Web for free. Okay. I don't know what their last Pokemon is. Because I kind of want to just like curse up and win. Is that crazy work? Yeah, that's fine. I'm just gonna keep body slamming. Hopefully get a rest off. Yeah, hopefully this next turn I can get a rest off. Cricketune comes out. I'll just go for the rest because yeah, if you're just gonna go for a Sticky Web on me, it's fine. All good. All good. Okay, it was Swampert. Okay. So this may have Roar. And it does. I've been sent into this. I will go for a Psychic Noise. Into an Aeroblast. Yeah, the King Gambit comes in. I mean, the Kitao is the most like obvious play. If you go for Iron Head, that's another play that you could go for. I think I would like to go into Miraidon. And then I want to see how much we can do to this Swampert. The Swampert is at 56. A Calm Mind boosted. Yeah, so now we're sitting pretty. Okay. This Cricketune has outsped everything that has been in against it besides my Terrakion, which is very funny. I'm getting outsped by this. I'm getting outsped by this. But really, I don't see a reason not to go Snorlax. Curse once. And then I'll go for a Body Slam. Okay. Okay. What are you gonna do? I'll go Staraptor and I'll go for a U-turn. Okay, I've been burnt. I can go into Lugia and go for a Aeroblast. Okay, we're steadily chipping away at the King Gambit, which is nice. I'll go into Miraidon here. I will go for the Draco Meteor. Okay, that's fine. Terrakion. And I get a free kill with the close combat unless they Terra, but them tearing means that I think I can win with the Lugia. Okay, they try to get a burn. Jeez Louise, they're really trying to burn me. This quite the play. Okay, so this game is going to be very hard. It Sans Terrakion. Can Staraptor kill King Gambit? Oh, I don't have close combat on that. Okay, I have to make a much riskier play and go Terrakion here. If they are Earthquake, good play. If they Earthquake, good play. I think they are in the position that I think they are in the winning position if we both do nothing. So I really need to make something happen. Okay, I think that is going to allow me to win. I think. I don't want to have to Terra against this though. Yeah, so I will have to Terra in that case. Or I don't want to have to Terra before I'm ready. A Staraptor can do enough damage with Brave Bird. Brave Bird double edge is no different. So I'm going to go for the Brave Bird. If I go down, I go down. Cool. Okay, so we got rid of that. The Cloyster is the huge problem coming in. I'm just going to Brave Bird it. I have to Terra and recover. I'll Terra and recover again. You're gonna have to miss one of those eventually. Oh, okay. So they can a crit before they get a miss. I mean, guys, I think it's not my day. I think it's not my day. I'll try and get a. I want to get one win. I want to get one win to get back to even. But man, is it not my day? I mean, really, that's crazy. All good. All good. It happens. All good. Life will go on, and that is an important thing to remember. Go ahead, Powdon. I can take one more and get my rocks up, so I'm okay with doing that. Okay with doing that. Okay. Against a Beartic, I really think that their play would be to Icicle Crash here. Okay, Snowscape. Oh, that makes sense actually. Okay. I have 2 sand users. That's crazy. So close combat or Earthquake should be coming out, one of the two. Chestnut Terra Water would save me from this demon now. Okay. I'm not 100% sure why they switched, to be honest. I'm gonna get my spikes up. They haven't shown a spinner yet, so I'm gonna get my spikes up. Or a layer of spikes up. Let's go ahead and get the layer up. Get our layers up. Okay. This being in, I'm just gonna go back to Hippowdon and not risk getting Thunder Waved. I don't really want to deal with being Thunder Waved or taking play rough damage, really. I'd rather my Chestnut be happy and healthy. Because I can just slack off. No problem. I'm gonna go for, okay. Does Earthquake do enough? Earthquake really doesn't do enough for me to bother, so I'm gonna Whirlwind. Bring it back out the Grand Bull. I'll go for an Earthquake. Actually, I'm just gonna continue Whirlwinding. Show me more of your team. All right. I have an incredible switch into this. If they Grass Knot into the Tyranitar, what does that look like? Okay, so I feel a little safer going into Chansey there. Okay. So it's almost certainly a switch out. I think Pyro's pretty safe. Okay, they go into Rhyperior, and I can just switch into Chestnut easily. I guess they get their rocks up. But that's okay. That's okay. That is okay. I'll go into Chestnut. I will be going for a... I think I'll go for a Wood Hammer here. Ooh, oh, it was a crit. I was like, geez Louise, I did damage. I'll go for a crit. I guess I should have body pressed. Was not expecting Beartic to come in. Yeah, this thing does a lot of damage to me. I'm gonna go Pyroar. And they go right for the crash, yeah. I really think they should be snowscaping. They're kind of like super choking by not doing that. I would like to Hyper Voice. I'm gonna Fire Blast. Yeah, okay. Well, that happened. That happened. Very fortunate for me. Very, 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 very fortunate. And I'm gonna be able to kill this with a Seismic Toss. Yeah, let's just go for that. I'm once again threatened by this Beartic. They should really, I guess, I mean, they've seen most of my team at this point. I feel like they should know that the Beartic is such a huge threat. When they originally snowscaped with the Beartic, I was in a horrible position. Keeping the Chansey feels smart, but I'm unsure. Rhyperior's down. Having Chansey and Chestnut both feels good to have. Okay, so I'm gonna go Pyroar. Okay, so I get that. I'm once again going for Fire Blast. I really don't want to, though. I really want a Hyper Voice. I'd much rather Hyper Voice. Yeah, I would much rather Hyper Voice there. I think Fire Blast likely would have killed that anyway. Yeah, Fire Blast should have killed that anyway, but it just feels a lot nicer to go for. Okay, so this is not faster than me. I can get a Will-O-Wisp off. The Will-O-Wisp is not going to save me from a wave crash kill, though. Does this thing... Okay, so I don't think this thing can touch Chestnut, like, at all. It can double-edge Chestnut. It could double-edge Chestnut, but I imagine it's like flip turn. Maybe it does. Okay, that did a lot. Okay, that did a lot. I think from here, Chestnut has done his job. Yeah, I will just synthesis back up. If given the opportunity. If given the opportunity. I imagine they do not give me the opportunity, in which case I will just go right back into my Pyroar, knock them out with a Hyper Voice. Yeah, and I should be well positioned from there. Depending on what their last is, really. Unfortunate that I have this, like, you know, this strong Tyranitar, but I don't really have, or they didn't really have a team for me to capitalize on it with that Rhyperior. Even though they have the Delphox, they could just switch into Rhyperior, switch into Gramble. All kinds of options. Is it worth going for this Fire Blast? Is it worth it? They're not going for Play Rough here, so I'm just gonna go Hippowdon. I think it's the safest play. I think it's very improbable that they go for a Play Rough there. They didn't go Gramble to click Play Rough there. I think Earthquake is my best play rather than Slack Off. Yeah, put this thing at very low HP. And now I'm putting you in the position where if you want to kill me, yeah. If you want to set the Snowscape up, I'll die, or you kill me and die. So I'm checkmating the Bear Tick on that turn, unless they switch, right? I want to see what the last is. Okay, it's Lucario. I think these are, they're not always banded. I don't think my Earthquake is strong enough to kill. But I'll go for it. I cannot let this set up. Yeah. I did want to, I wanted to be able to go for that there, but. Okay, so that seems to be choice banded. So I will Terraghost with Tyranitar and set up. Finally able to get this off. That Gramble is low enough to die to that, so I can just get a Dragon Dance off. And then Tyranitar comes in. His Terra type is normal. Does that mean anything for me? Earthquake has a chance to kill. It doesn't mean anything for me. I'm just gonna... Cool. Yeah, sounds good. Alright, I'm gonna get one more, try and get back to 1600. Feeling a little better. But we'll see. Not a great start. Not a great start. Spirit Shackle into my Magearna is 32 to 38. Spirit Shackle into my Yanmega. I think I'm going to go Yanmega because I threaten the kill a little better here. Okay. That's okay. Yeah. No, I definitely would have rather had my specs, yeah. Actually, okay. So given that there's a chance here, I don't want my specs, so that's great. That's great. I think I'll go Rhydon and see if they're Thunder Waving immediately. Yeah. Oh yeah, I got a boost. I'm gonna click Stone Edge, just a very powerful move. I imagine they're expecting Earthquake or Stealth Rock. So the Stone Edge will be strong. Yeah, very big hit. I think Magearna is totally fine. Okay, what do we see? What do we get here? Back to Chansey? Could be back to Chansey. I don't know about that. What are they doing to me? I think I'm gonna Volt Switch out of here. Just to deal a little extra damage to them. Yeah, and I'm gonna go Yanmega. I'm gonna go for the air slash, and I'm gonna U-turn again, right back into right on, and I will be clicking Stone Edge again, I think. Actually, okay, I'm gonna go. I could get a crit with Stone Edge. Okay, let's go for it. And I do force them. I force them to play into this. So that's gonna knock them out. Yeah, forcing them to play into that earthquake is pretty nice. They had the option of just continuously body pressing, but I really didn't think they would go for that. I kind of want to keep this Magirna around. Leaf Storm being the move that I think is coming out. I'm gonna go into Yanmega. Yeah. This thing is getting steadily worn down. I have Hawlucha. I don't know that I want to go into Hawlucha yet. Do I want to go into Hawlucha now? I think I don't. I think I want to save the Hawlucha for now. And I'll just go back to right on. I'm gonna go for Earthquake this time. I've seen Decidueye and I've seen Corviknight. Okay, so I guess I should have gone for the Earthquake. I think I can go into Yanmega and not die to the knockoff, which is pretty nice. They could double edge me, but okay, they don't. Okay, they are faster though. This is faster than me. What's its Terra type? It's Terra Normal, which makes sense. And I think I'll just have to give this up, unfortunately. Okay, they take good damage there though. There was consideration for going back and forth between Rhydon and Yanmega there to make them take an extra 20% at minimum. And maybe I should have done that. What is Hawlucha's damage here? Not good. We'll say that. Not good. Ice Beam is doing a lot. Yeah, I want to see if they'll Terra. If they'll Terra for this knockout. Yeah, we got the Terra. Okay. So Den is not great into... Not super great into the Decidueye. It kind of is. It kind of is. I'm gonna go for the Dazzling Gleam. My Cheek Pouch, Citrus Berry will heal me back a lot from this. Okay, perfect. If that's what they want to go for, that's fine. Because I was planning on using that to get back to less HP than they were gonna put me at there. Just gonna go with the Rhydon. And surely they don't have any more Earthquake. Surely they're out of Earthquake switch-ins. Please. Please. Cool. They were in fact out of Earthquake switch-ins. I'll be going for an Earthquake, I believe. Yeah, you can do that all you like. Okay, so they are Sword Stance set, I believe. Hawlucha. How much damage is Hawlucha doing here? Not enough, I don't think. I think the Den might be the better play. I'm gonna die to the Psycho Cut. Yes, for sure. But I can't go Magirna. Yeah, so I think the best play is to go into this. Okay. They don't want to take that damage. Is my Thunderbolt going to put them in Okay, so 228. I will find out if they're Scarf here, for sure. I'll find out if they're Scarf. Yeah, I'll go for Super Fang. Okay, so they are not Scarf. That is not what I thought was going to happen. That is absolutely not what I thought was going to happen. Okay, so Thunderbolt is a 2-hit KO. Okay, so I think I have to go into Hawlucha and click Terra, and they have to know that they need to Boom Burst me. They just have to know that. Okay, they didn't. They did not, and so I think Shadow Sneak might be in the move pool for this. Never mind, it's not. GG. Ooh, okay, that was a close one. I think if they knew that Boom Burst was a kill on me, they would have won. But they did not. I think I definitely should have set up with my Hawlucha earlier. When I said I wanted to save it, I think I shouldn't have. I think I should have just went in. Yeah, because there's really no guarantee that what's in the back is going to let me set up, so probably better to do it early there. Anyways, thanks everyone for watching. Let me know if there were things I could have done to win games that you all spotted. I would love to hear that, because I like to improve, and if you can help me get better, that would be awesome. I think overall a bit of an unfortunate run today, but you know, we made it to 1600, so you know, that's always pretty good. So yeah, everyone have a great day, have a great next day, have a great rest, however you you know, whatever you're going into. I hope you do great. Thanks.